Guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today. And today we're going to go ahead and discuss Ex Nihilo, a new French perfume house that I stumbled onto in Paris. The last two trips I was there, last January and the previous January, and they are now launching, or they have just launched in Bergdorf Goodman's in New York. I have 5 samples I brought back from Paris I want to discuss and do quick my first impressions of, so please stay tuned. So Ex Nihilo is a brand new alternative perfume house launched in Paris. I accidentally ran into them previous trip a year ago, last January, so it's going to be 2 years this coming January. I didn't know much about them. It seemed very beautiful, the store I walked in. It was a night. I was on my way back to go to the hotel after perfume shopping, and it was very industrial but very classy, sophisticated, chic Parisian style of a perfume shop. Not a lot of stuff in there, and they had like 7 or 8 fragrances at the time. Currently I see 9 on their website. Maybe it was 1 less or 2 less, but currently there's 9 fragrances on their website. And there was also like a station where you kind of compose fragrances or put fragrances together, kind of like the Le Labo concept. So with the fact that I don't speak French very well, I tried talking to them and I said this and that, and they handed me some samples. And then I went back again this last January and I got a few more samples. So I have 5 samples from them that I want to discuss. So the first fragrance I want to discuss with you is Cologne 352. I don't know where the name comes from, but this is a citrus aromatic or aromatic citrus fragrance. And I'm thinking that this is probably along the line of some eau de cologne type fragrances. But with my research I've done in the bottle, it says it's an eau de parfum, so it's going to be stronger than normal, obviously, because an eau de cologne is going to be very light. So I've got a fragrance strip here. I'm going to go ahead and spray it on the strip. These have not been sprayed before. So I'm smelling this, it's very citrusy and very kind of musky too, but not like a dirty musk, just has this like the muskiness to it. What makes this unique is that it's got something zingy in it, like juniper berries, and there's also something kind of slightly floral, probably from rose, which is also in the notes. So this one's actually quite nice. It's kind of hinting at Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Aqua Universalis Forte. It has similarities to that, but this is different. It's not the same, and it's quite nice actually. This is really wearable, everyday kind of a classy aromatic scent, I think, both for men and women. I think men and women can pull this one off, but I see it's more of kind of a masculine scent. So it's leaning towards the masculine side in the spectrum of masculine versus feminine. Really, really nice actually. This one's quite nice. I really like this. It's Cologne 352. I would actually wear this one, so that one's a good one. So the next one I want to smell is Bois de Hiver. I think that's how you pronounce it, and I think that stands for winter wood. I think Bois is definitely wood, but Hiver I think is winter. So let's give that a try. Again, these are all eau de parfums. Wow, as soon as I spray this one, it's kind of reminding me of something I've already smelled. There's also something like lavender I'm picking up, or I don't know if it's lavender, but something spicy, definitely woody because it's Bois. And I think I'm kind of trying to figure out what it is, reminding me of a Tom Ford. And a Tom Ford that I'm thinking of is Oud Wood. But this is a lot denser. It seems a lot denser and not so airy. So this could be a winner because Tom Ford's Oud Wood smells great, but has performance issues. I mean, I have performance issues with it. So an alternative to that would be great with this one. And again, that lavender note is kind of there. Kind of also has a barbershop-y type thing, but definitely musky, woodsy, lavender, and some spicy pepper or something. Really, really nice. I really dig this one actually. It's very, very much like Oud Wood, but a lot denser. So this is definitely a winner. And that one is Bois de Hiver. So the next one I want to test out is Jasmin Fauve. It's F-A-U-V-E. So definitely it's a jasmine floral fragrance. We'll give it a try. These are brand new samples. I brought back the last couple of years and I have not tried them out. I did try this for the fragrances in the store, of course, but as I always say, when you're smelling a lot of fragrances, you kind of don't remember after the end of the day, and it was kind of the end of the day by the time I got there. So Jasmin Fauve is actually pleasant. I'm not a big jasmine fan. It's got jasmine, but it's also got like tuberose or something. Tuberose, perhaps even neroli. So this one's kind of turning out to be powdery but floral and slightly, you know, spicy, because I think there's like a spicy element in the bottom there, maybe like cloves. But very pleasant. It's kind of hinting very lightly at Reflection Man, but that added spicy note in the base is actually quite unique. So this one's pleasant as well. Again, this isn't a Parfum concentration, so hopefully performance-wise these are going to be great, because I expect the Parfums to perform better normally. So this one's another winner. Although if I was to pick all three, I guess I would go with Bois so far. The Cologne 352 is great too, and then the Jasmin Fauve for number 3. So at number 4, I've got Rose Hubris. Now, I don't know what that stands for. I'm not very well in French, as I had mentioned. And this is a floral woody musk, and it's definitely rose, but for my research, the rose is not that big, so we will have to give it a try. I've been on a couple of websites looking up these fragrances before I'm speaking to you about it, so we'll see how it is. And with the fact that I'm a big rose lover, I should really like this. This one has a dominant note of oak moss, and then it's also got lychee fruit, so that one's kind of scary for me. The lychee fruit is not my favorite. So what I'm getting is a rose, definitely rose. It has kind of like a Menthol or Mancera type of a rose scent. It's woody, but definitely fruity. So the lychee fruit is definitely there. You're gonna definitely pick it up. But it also has this like musky element, and the rose is there, but it's not huge. So again, it's kind of got the lychee fruit, almost gives it a candy-like vibe, which it could be yay or nay for me. And here it's coming off a little more candy-like. So it's good. It's not my favorite. But then I think there's something leathery in here that's kind of balancing out the candy-like accord. So this is Rose Hubris. I would put this in number 4 spot if I was to pick out of these 4 that I've tried out. And last but not least, I have Oud Vendome, the last sample I have from Ex Nihilo Fragrances or Perfumes. Now, Oud Vendome is probably based on the fact that this perfume house is really close to the Place Vendôme in Paris, so I'm assuming that's why it's called Oud Vendome, and I have a feeling that since oud is a very Middle Eastern, Arabic, or Oriental type of a note, they're adding that extra name or word Vendôme, meaning it's kind of like a Parisian style oud. So that's only my guess. I'll definitely check it out and let you know what I think about this. Because oud, everybody does oud now. It's a big note. It's very, very well known note. Everybody's doing oud. Even Ralph Lauren and Jean Barbatos are doing oud. So we will see. This is definitely oud, but there's a lot going on in here. There's like spicy notes and things like that, musky, floral, and smoky. I'm not picking up much leather because there's a saffron note in here, according to some of the websites. But it's got this like a gingery spiciness and muskiness with a very, very faint smoky accord. Definitely not, I mean, it's got that oud because it comes off a little Middle Eastern, but there's something refined about it, something more classy and sophisticated. So I don't know how much this dries down to be oud-like in the dry down, in the base, but this one's definitely a winner. I would put this at the 3rd or probably the 2nd out of the 5 I've smelled. It's very, very classy, sophisticated oud, and one I would actually wear. There's nothing dirty about it. Sometimes oud can be dirty, but this one's quite clean, but definitely there's a lot going on there with some of the notes, like the ginger and the smoke. And there's also chamomile in here as well. So, all right, guys, that's Ex Nihilo. I'm sure we'll all be hearing about this company. Do a little research online to see what they're all about. They're brand new. They've been around for a few years. That's it. Because the very first time I walked into their store, they had just opened up the store. So currently there's 3 locations in Europe, I think. There's a location in Harrods, I believe in London, and there's a location in Berlin. And now I'm hearing there's one in New York at Bergdorf's. These fragrances come in 50 ml for 180 euros and 100 ml for 260 euros. And I don't know what the conversions would be when they're here and they're selling here, but definitely worth checking out. I think it's a brand new, great fragrance brand worth noting. And the concept is pretty unique. I'm not sure if it's going to go down like Le Labo with how they've done, and they've launched all these different cities and all that good stuff. As I mentioned earlier, they have like this concept where you can make your own fragrances, but I'm not too familiar with all of that. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments, please list below. Check out the fragrances if you can, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.